Okay, all right, that's better. Good morning, guys. So today, Monday, so we're gonna get into this live trading session. Uh, and basically review what we did last week, right? So first off, let me go ahead and bring up the Discord channel so I can see what I sent out to you guys. I definitely sent out USDCHF. We had 3 positions there. Sent out UJ. Let's start all the way from the beginning. All right, first one I sent out was USDCHF. So let me go ahead and bring it up. All right, no, just there you go. Okay, USDCHF screenshot. The first screenshot is right here. Basically, the breakdown of it, we had a double bottom forming in the middle of a demand zone. We're looking for that to reverse and go up. Looking for it to actually push up at least to this high right here, right? Which I believe would give us about 150, maybe a little over 150. We'll check it when we look at the chart. Okay, but we actually got 3 entries on this particular trade, and that is all right here. At least the setup of the last entry is right here. Go ahead, copy that. All right, so these are our 3 entries. We got I believe a 4-hour reversal candle here, and then we have one of our basic setups here that gave us a nice little setup for that push up, and then we got another retest here for another push up there. So let's actually go to the chart and let's look at all those positions. Object tree. And also type in the chat if you actually caught this with me. All right, so USDCHF, those are pretty much all our entries. We have one that is not. Okay. Oh, I was wondering like why is that displaying 50? I'm like okay, but it wasn't extended enough. Okay, the first entry we're up 104 pips. Our second entry we're up 73 pips, and oh wait, on our third entry we're up 73 pips. On our second entry we've already hit take profit at 102. Right, so we can actually go ahead and get rid of that. Actually, I will need it to log my trade. Let's hide those. But this is the main one that we're focusing on right now. This is the next one that could potentially hit TP, and this is the high that we were talking about. So that you can see um, the exact replica of that first screenshot we looked at. Let's go ahead and hide this. This was the double bottom we were talking about, and that is the high that we're looking for that first TP, right? And that third entry, we actually have it, or I personally have it going to that supply zone, looking to see how far this could potentially push up. But as for now, what I'm really waiting on, yeah, for now what I'm waiting on is price to retest this this high. Let's go to the 1 hour so it's clear. Reset that. Okay, as we can see, basic little uptrend right here. We got a nice impulsive move there. We're looking for a correction and looking for price to take off one more time. All right, so waiting for another pullback. Looks like I don't have an alert here yet. Let's go ahead and set that up. Okay, so there's that. That's USDCHF. USDCHF looks really good, and I believe we're up over 104 plus 102 plus 73 equals, that's about 280 on one pair alone. All right, and I'm showing that to you so that you realize you don't have to catch every single one of these moves. You don't have to pay attention to a ton of pairs. All right, a lot of people would be happy with 100 pips in an entire month. But jeez, GBPNZD, we looked for a sell, and I should go ahead and show the screenshot here as well. Right, that's euro. Here we go. So here's the screenshot on GBPNZD. I was looking for a sell after price broke that trend line. Now looking for the push out. Now price continued to scale up. Once we come here, we can actually see that this was our setup. This was our entry. I believe we got an entry off the 15-minute. Yep, entry was off the 15-minute, but price continued to scale up and hit our SL. All right, not much we can do about that. Just waiting for another setup. With that trend line broken, I would personally still be eyeing the sell, but if we extend this trend line and say that price actually respected this area, could be an expanding triangle on a higher time frame. Excuse me. Okay. But as for now, I'm not really going to be trading GBPNZD. Simply because I don't really like it at the point where it's at right now. What I really want to see, I really want to see a sell, honestly. I want price to come down to this is my zone down here, and this is the area that I would actually buy at. I'm not really interested in buying here. Yeah, I would definitely love buying it down here rather than up there. So that's what I'll be waiting for. I'll be waiting for price to come down here and then look for it to continue up. As for now, we do have this pattern. If you want to trade off that pattern, you can go ahead and do that. It's your account, it's your trading. You do what you want to do. Okay, and again, if you guys have any pairs that you personally want me to go over, go ahead and put it in the chat right now, so that when I finish up going through these pairs, I can immediately hop on that. Also, if you have any questions, go ahead, type it in the chat as well. So that's GBPNZD. Let's go to GJ. GJ, we closed GJ last week as well. The buys that we had on it. I believe all the positions that we had on this hit TP except for that last one. We closed it right here, I believe, right as soon as that trend line broke. Okay, and then on Friday, yes, I did enter this. All right, on Friday I entered a sell here. All right, we had a nice little small impulse, small correction, and it came down in our direction. Right, I should have adjusted the SLs a little bit, the SLs and TPs or parameters tighter to account for the time frame setup that I was paying attention to this on. But you know, you learn. All right, regardless, we had a trend line break on the 4-hour time frame. We saw this as an impulse. We're looking for price to come down a little bit lower, or at least I would like price to come down a little bit lower before continuing down. All right, or before continuing up if it wants to continue up. Okay, but overall, what I want to see on this pair, is price go up a little bit higher to the top of this channel, and then give me a reversal pattern so I could sell potentially back down. That's what I want to see. Yeah, but for now, I think I'm gonna leave it alone. See if I can get a deeper retracement before messing with that. Now UJ, we are in profit. We also have the setup on here. If you want to see the setup before it just played out and all this stuff, go ahead, click the link in the description to join the Discord channel and check out D4X analysis. I send out pretty much all my charts there, uh, pre and after. Okay, so here we got a nice setup. It was pretty much perfect pattern. Got it breaking out that pattern we entered and looking for it to hit that 80 pip take profit. We're up about 50 pips at the moment. Not much to talk about on this, really. We got a reversal pattern down here. Price broke out, gave us our setup. That's pretty much it. And the point that I actually want to see this go to is this trend line and potentially even breaking that trend line. I'm gonna go up to the weekly and see what we're really looking at overall. Okay. So right now, price is reacting within these zones, the supply and demand zones. It's on a downtrend, and we'll see how price approaches that downtrend that we have up there, because we do have a larger time frame channel. Okay, so price could potentially correct up to here, give us a sell back down to this demand zone, and even potentially break it before going back up. But we'll just monitor the chart, see how it reacts to certain areas that we have marked up, and then react accordingly. And now CJ still in that expanding triangle. Okay, looks like we had two positions. Yep, this is in the chat as well. We had two positions on CJ going into Friday. First position gave us a little bit of profit. Okay, and we can see that's coming back up to our entry point. Our second position hit SL before the end of, actually hit SL today. But we were looking for a short little sell there. But regardless, we had this ascending channel. Price broke out of it. Look for that sell. Gave us a nice setup. Price could be forming a pattern here, or it could be coming back up to revisit that zone that we initially wanted price to go up to, or even potentially forming a double top here, right? But I'm gonna hold on to this original sell. I'm gonna go ahead and check my position. Let me actually just go ahead and check it now, because I believe I'll move that to break even. Yeah, it looks like I moved it to break even, or a little bit in profit because I'm out of the trade at the moment. But those are all the positions, all right? So honestly, what I'm personally going to be paying attention to, I don't really care about CADJPY right now. I'm still holding on to it, so that's going to be staying on my list. GJ, just waiting for alert to go off, then I'll actually put it on my list. GN, I don't care about right now. So two pairs I'm paying attention to for the week: USDCHF and UJ. Primarily USDCHF. USDCHF is pretty much beautiful. Like, the setups are super easy. That's why I love this pair. But just waiting for the next setup throughout the week and looking for another buy. Okay. Now, let's have a few flashbacks real quick. I believe 2 or 3 weeks ago, we did get stopped out of USDCHF for buys several times, but stuck with our analysis and eventually had it turn around. All right. So, say that to say, don't be so easy to give up on your analysis. Right. Understand what the market is doing. Understand what type of trend it's in. It would have done us justice to recognize that it was still respecting the uptrend. All right, and that's a lesson learned. Or not uptrend, but it was still respecting this downtrend that it had here. Okay. Initially, we had this zone up, I believe, around this area, but we moved it down a little bit based on our weekly levels. All right, and we see price came down to this area. Okay, but continue to analyze, ensure, like, be confident in your analysis, and so that you can trust yourself when the time is right, so you can continue taking those positions. One thing that I'll probably never forget, if you've been with me since the beginning of the chats, I used to love, well, I still do, I love GBP pairs, especially GBPAUD. GBPAUD used to be the only pair I ever traded, and last year I had a signal service send out signals on pretty much all the trades I sent out, and also if you were in my Telegram, you can scroll up and actually see evidence of that. But there was a trade on GBPAUD, and I wasn't heavy into news back then, or even now really. And there was news coming out, and I had this position on GBPAUD, and I kept placing the trade or sending out the signal, and it kept hitting SL. It hit it probably 3 times, and I sent the signal out 3 times. Because the setup was so perfect, my SL was just too tight. That was something that I need to learn a bit about, not caring so much about having a tight SL, but understanding you need to place your SL where price is unlikely to, like if price hits that, you don't want to be in the trade anymore, pretty much, right? But yeah, it kept hitting. I believe it hit it 2 or 3 times, and then I personally entered again. I personally entered again because I was going for a 3 or 4 to 1, so those losses would have been like taken out if it actually did end up hitting TP. But I struggled. I really struggled hitting that send button on the signals chat again, right? Because it hit SL 3 times, and then people were giving me mouth on the chat talking about he don't know how to trade, and I was like, bro, this setup is beautiful. I'm gonna send it out again, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I didn't trust myself enough to do it. But the trade actually ended up playing out. But that just taught me a lesson about, like, if your setup is there, take the opportunity. If it's there, take it and trust your analysis. But yeah, so thank you guys for staying on. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys gained some value. It looks like there were no pairs that anybody requested. I'll just take a quick glance at gold, because when you guys do request them, that's all y'all talk about. It broke out. Yeah, we already talked about that breakout of that ascending triangle. We have a potential sell, short little sell maybe right here. And I'm gonna go to the lower time frame. Still not the best. Now, since it is a triangle, like, price could break out of this, and then you like look for a retest, and then look for your entry. But personally, I want to see price form a different pattern. I don't want to trade out that triangle. I want to see price form maybe a triangle like this. I wanted to revisit that zone basically. About right there would be fine. And if price gets in that zone, I'd look for my final confirmation, and then that's when I would actually take the trade and a short-term sell. Now with this, since gold is like just buying, definitely I'd say look for a short TP. I'd say just look for TP down to the bottom of the pattern, about 185 pips, and I would be rid of it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Like I said, if you guys do want to keep up with the live calls and keep up with the analysis I send out, go ahead, join the Discord group in the description. And also go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. can't wait to see you guys on Wednesday again. Hope everyone has a great weekend, great month.